All right, the Moose Lounge starts now. Hello. Welcome to the Moose Lounge.
Welcome.
We're here for some smooth rhymes.
Some good times.
All right, nice. We're doing another round of the good news.
Yeah. Basically, Eddie's out of topics.
Yeah. I'm not out of topics. I didn't have time to deep dive.
Eddie does not do enough for this podcast. That's the issue.
I do not. I've been reading these crazy, dense medical journals about the mitochondria.
Stop. They just unsubscribed.
No, they did.
We just lost like 4 subscribers.
My mom wants me to take over my father's cancer protocol.
Oh, wow. That's heavy.
Yeah.
Jeez.
But I think it will actually be good.
That would be pretty sweet.
I've been reading some stuff, and I won't bore the listeners with this for too long.
Please don't.
There's crazy stuff out there that's possible, specifically with keto combined with 6-diaza-5-oxide L-norethine.
I think we just lost every single subscriber.
Whatever.
We maybe gained 1.
We're doing the good news. So we have some exciting news stories. You got some news stories? Or do we want to address the comments first?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Let's address the comments.
Yeah, can you pull them up on the screen?
Yeah.
We got some funny comments.
Getting into the red a little bit here, brother.
The 10,000 hour video.
Oh yeah,
is satire, which I felt was obvious.
I mean, I feel like everything we do is satire. No.
Yes.
I'm not taking any too.
But even if you didn't see our other jokes, that standalone by itself is pretty obviously.
Let's see, I'll get that as big as possible. We'll go to what? Oh,
yeah. Basically, we posted a joke, and the joke goes like, if they say it takes 10,000 hours to master something, so the first thing you have to master is counting really high. Mm-hmm. And this went over a lot of heads.
Yeah, we got is this satire or just stupidity?
Stupidity.
Awaken the Woke, which is a pretty sweet name.
Awaken the Woke? Is that pro or anti-woke? I don't know.
Oh God, that's a good point.
I guess awaken. So he's implying that the woke are not awake.
They're not woke yet.
Yeah.
They're
so maybe he's the most woke.
He's mega woke.
He's like, oh, you're woke? You're asleep compared to me.
He's the most woke.
He's the most woke. Which would line up with him not
clearly he doesn't seem that woke because he didn't even get this.
That's how woke he is. I think you reach a level of wokeness where you realize that jokes are actually bad.
Damn. Maybe he is that woke.
I think he's awoken.
All right.
He's trying to wake the woke up.
I guess that's pro him. We did like the comments.
But the one I liked was from what is that? XT3916 down a little. This is from someone, an English major, who said, no one has worked before. There's software that keeps your hours for you, and remembering your hours are easy. What's 5 days times 8 hours?
What is
not
5
even
days times 8 hours?
That's
40
40.
Hours.
That's a normal work week.
I don't understand what he's saying. What's his point?
That's what I was thinking, and I stared at it for too long, being like, do I not understand the joke?
You're not woke.
I need to be awoken. I need to be woken. What else have we got? Oh yeah,
5 years of 40 hours a week is roughly 10,000 hours. Okay, but what the fuck are you doing for those? You have a job, no?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
And also, that kind of disproves the rule, because I know people that have worked at a place for a year and still suck at their job.
But that's the thing. When you have a job, it's not just one thing. You can't. Mastering a job is like a whole array of skills. If you think of it like that,
I guess
you'd have to master every part of your job. 40,000. It takes for a long time.
That's true. It's a variety of skills.
To do, I don't know what were we talking about.
The joke was that it takes
reading.
Yeah.
But reading's a great example. It would probably take, if you did reading, if you really learned if you didn't know how to read and you did
10,000 hours of
5
reading.
years, you actually probably learned it way quicker.
Dude, you read great. What are you talking about? Reading's terrible. Reading's a good example of the 10,000 hour rule.
It's supposed to be for pool or I don't know.
Or reading.
Frisbee.
Yes, or frisbee.
Really
or anything.
One layer thing.
I guess it depends on what your job is. Your job could be frisbee.
Hey,
you could
and someone who did frisbee for 5 days a week, 5 years, he would be pretty fucking nice at frisbee. I would imagine.
Dude. That's what the dude perfect guys are. Do you think they're actually that good, or do you think they just how now there's all the trick shot influencers, and how they show
they definitely have gotten better at trick shots.
Sure, but they never said this took us 40 hours or whatever.
Sometimes, the guys that I used to see a lot more, but now not as much on TikTok would have their TikTok lives, and they'd have like a little clock showing how long they've been doing it, and they're like trying to throw a card in a.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Those ones
something.
show those ones I agree. But Dude Perfect, who were like the original ones, tried to kind of play it off like, oh, I'm just sick at frisbee. Like, well, I crushed the disc, bro.
I mean, they definitely aren't. I don't think they were touting themselves as like super athletes, but I think at this point they've gotten pretty good.
Dude, do you ever see the main dude's?
I guess the name is Dude Perfect.
Yeah, Dude Perfect. And on his Instagram, I haven't looked at this in years, but I remember watching.
I think they've humbled themselves.
It's all him in an ultimate frisbee league doing like layout catches, you know, where he's all the way.
Hey, I mean, maybe
vertical,
he is good then.
Horizontal, rather. No, he's trying to send a specific message.
Oh, we get some comments, man.
Yeah, dude. Norm vibes hard. That's the nicest comment we've gotten.
You just love Norm.
I do love
this
Norm.
This is probably your burner.
Yeah, it's me.
From China, I think.
What is this? Is Al? How do you pronounce that?
Al-Kunai.
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 Do they have any videos? Click videos. Oh, they do. It's their most popular. Is she more popular than us?
She? It's from 15 years ago.
Scroll down. How many views?
19 likes.
Oh, damn.
13 comments. What is this? I think it's a
give her a like.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Do you think she's that sex doll on the side of the video?
She's like a cat dance. I can hardly even hear you. This is awesome. You got to throw this on the screen, right?
Yeah.
Shout out to this guy. 15 years ago. I hope this is you. This is hilarious. All right, that's enough of that.
That's enough cat video. I
guess we should get into the news.
Yeah, we should.
But really, I love that. I wish I could. Oh, it did get 2 likes. I'm gonna go like it on my.
Oh, it did. I don't know what the second
have
like
like 4 or
was.
5.
Nice.
It's gonna be our most liked comic. That guy rocks. Cool. Good stuff.
Yeah. So thanks, guys.
Thanks
to all. You saw we got 34 on that last one, or 36 views.
The podcast.
Yeah, the podcast.
Yeah, it's like our definitely by far most viewed podcast.
Dude, some people 6-7 minutes they listened.
Morons. What are they doing?
They got in there.
This is how long are we in now? I can't even see that. My eyes are getting worse and worse. Bottom right. It's.
I know. I'm just tired. I can't see shit either.
I could bring it in.
What's it say?
We've been recording for 8 minutes, so we've lost every viewer we've ever had.
That's okay. I think what's going to happen is, they're going to come to love us as people.
Yeah, and then they'll
like you throw shit on the background.
When we're done releasing new episodes and they're like, I need more. So
yeah. That's what I do. Do you ever listen to Matt and Shane's Secret podcast?
No, I don't believe so.
Every podcast is an hour long of exactly what we're doing right now. And it's wildly successful.
Yeah,
the most subscribed on Patreon. I guess
the issue with doing news, well, these are somewhat relative news, but when you're watching something from a year or 2 ago, you don't really give a shit about news.
Yeah, but no one's ever going to give a shit about these news articles we're covering. Except for the momentary entertainment they provide.
You said recent news when you asked me.
Yeah, well, I tried. It's nice if it's recent. All my stuff is recent, like within the last month or 2.
All right.
You go first. What's on the good news?
Well, this one I just thought was honestly kind of funny. And you probably heard of it. It was like yesterday or 2 days ago. The United States military was like doing some sort of test with a stealth fighter jet, and it was on autopilot. Or I believe actually there was a pilot, and he had to eject. So then the plane stayed on autopilot. And it was a stealth jet, so they lost it. Like it's really hard. They're untrackable.
Oh my god!
And they called to the public for help. They were like asking people to see
look for this jet. Oh my god, dude!
And I could just in my head, I was thinking of that one guy who's like, "Fuck yeah! Like this is my calling." Like, no, babe, the army needs me.
I'm gonna go find this stealth jet.
This fucking jet. And like he got out there, binoculars, everything. Like
it's got to be binoculars.
Jet.
Like what else?
I think they were hoping people could hear it because it was probably fucking moving.
He didn't eject at the speed of sound, Like
well, you hear like the when
I guess
someone calls in like, "Hey, I'm over."
Well, actually, I don't know. I
have no clue. But the fact that they called on the public made me kind of chuckle. It's like
that is hilarious.
Seems like your job.
You know what it reminds me of is when Mermaid Boy and Barnacle Boy would Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy would lose their invisible boat in SpongeBob. That was like a bit they would have.
Didn't he paint it black? Patrick did at one point.
Yeah, Patrick did at one point. It's just a smart move. Maybe they wouldn't have lost the stealth jet, although they're already black.
Yeah, I think it's hilarious that I'm pretty sure Donald Trump actually thought that the stealth jets were invisible. He was like quoted a couple of times being like, well, they can't see them, which is pretty impressive. You know, they can see the other jets, but they can't see. I was like, you know, they're just not invisible. They're just really fast.
Did you see he had some pretty bad gaffes the other recently?
I didn't.
Oh yeah, both presidential candidates are now senile. He was talking about how Biden's going to lead us into World War II, and then he was talking about how he beat Obama in the last election.
Damn, dude. I mean, like, it happens quick when you're that old.
Yeah.
Biden is actually like not alive sometimes. I feel like he's just on autopilot.
Dude, I know.
He's like that stealth jet.
Whoever his chief of staff is like the most powerful person in the world.
Probably the most stressed person too. He's like, oh my god, what's he gonna say?
Yeah, true. He's gotta send Biden into a room with Putin and then wait an hour and see what happens.
It's like literally putting a bunch of info into a toddler and be like, you just gotta say this, okay? And be like, I'm gonna say it. And go in and be like, nope, dude, not it.
Like
falls asleep.
Talking to my grandma, it's like you really just to have a conversation with her.
How old's your grandma? Like
99. To have a conversation with her, you pick 3 sentences and you just say them in order. And by the time you said the third, she's forgotten the first. And usually, like, she starts it, so like she'll be like, "What do you do again?" And I'm like, "Oh, you know, I work at a hospital." And she's like, "Oh, that's so nice. And you went to college, right?" I'm like, "Yeah." "You have a girlfriend?" I'm like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Oh, and what do you do again?"
That hospital we just talked about?
Yeah.
Still working there.
So she's got some
God
AIDS.
bless her, dude. She's amazing.
Dude, 100 in January.
That's going to be lit. Are
Isn't
you guys
that
having
wild?
a party?
No. She won't remember it.
Yeah, but I mean,
I don't know.
it's the
I'm sure like her daughters.
She's going to get a letter from Biden.
Will she?
Yeah, you get a letter when you turn 100.
I thought that was the queen or the king now in England. I didn't know the U.S. did a president.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sweet. That's cool.
I mean, dude, you know, fingers crossed.
Oh my god. I wonder if Biden's like peer to peer. Congratulations.
I will see you soon at this monumental moment.
Hopefully, you will write me a letter on my 100th birthday.
I think my Aunt Fran got one from Trump when she was 100, and she was like, she like pissed on it or something.
That's almost funnier. I don't know.
She might have. She was pretty old. She died at like 103 or something. Dude, she was a beast. You know what's crazy?
Your aunt, you said?
Great Aunt Fran. Not actually related to us, which is a bummer.
Oh, okay.
It was like it was like my grandma's aunt, I want to say. And she had like 4, maybe even 5 siblings. I think it might have been 4. No, it was 5, but one of them passed away. But they were like 88, 92, 97, and then she was like the oldest at like 102.
Oh my god.
It was, and they like, I'm not kidding. She, at like 100, her 100th birthday party, she was like popping around, drinking, eating. She would eat like crazy. Like she would house at lunch like 2 margaritas and a full plate of enchiladas. She was really tiny, just a beast. She loved to cook. Like she was pissed when they took her car at like 90. Like she was amazing. But then when she got sick, it like happened really fast. Because when you're that old, it's just like,
I think that's almost better.
Dude, she lived her life to the fullest. She was honestly awesome.
That's so cool.
And then she passed quick. Yeah, I think it is better that way.
Dude, a lot of people, I think, as they get old, especially as I've been reading a lot about old sick people recently. But what happens is that I think a lot of people hit a certain age and they go, "Oh, I'm old. I can't lift heavy things." And then before long, they're right because they haven't lifted anything heavy in forever. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of like
true. Staying active is definitely helpful.
Obviously, you get weaker as you get older.
Especially your mind too, like keeping your mental loose.
What do you think's the oldest person to run a marathon?
Probably like 97, maybe 100.
That's what I would guess. Something like that.
I bet you there's someone over 100 who did it. Like, not saying my Aunt Fran obviously couldn't have, but like she didn't run, but she was like very mentally, and she was pretty slow, obviously. I don't know. I feel like 90s is pretty nuts to be running a marathon.
90.
90?
90. By Faja Singh. And he didn't take up running until the grand age of 89. Huh. So this was likely a walked marathon. I was going to
say his time
if I had to bet.
Yes. He took 2 naps during the...
Yeah, look at this dude.
Oh, wow. Good for him, dude.
He looks, honestly, for 90, not bad.
Not bad at all.
Yeah.
Pretty good looking.
Looks good. I'm going to leave that window open so we can find it later. But yeah, that's... getting old's crazy.
Yeah. It's
I'm glad I'm still young.
Depressing thing to think about.
I really like that line from The Office where Aaron is like, I guess I'm still young. I guess I'll always be young. It's just a really funny line.
Yeah. It is nice to think about it when you're young, but then like when you're old, it probably sucks to think about being young. You're like, damn. Because when I think about college, I get like sad for a sec, but then I'm like, nah, it's all good. But if I really like look back at the pictures or I look at like college bars, I'm like, damn, like that was really fun in the moment. Like that was a good time, really good time. And now it's like life is good, but that was just ridiculously good.
Yeah, insane.
You have to let go, but like that's probably being old is like life is good, but life was ridiculously good.
I mean, you maybe have it worse.
Worked when like my joints worked, like everything.
You maybe have it worse because you definitely had more fun in college. I look back and I'm like, oh, my life has only been up since college. You know
Really?
what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I mean, like obviously
I was
that's what
gone
I
every
mean.
weekend working. Like I didn't.
Yeah, I guess college was fun though. Like I was saying, like I wouldn't go back because I'm like not. I wouldn't want to do that. Even if I go to a bar that's like too crowded.
Yeah,
now,
you're
I'm just
too
like,
old. If I was
yeah.
suddenly 21 again, I'd go back to a college.
For sure.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. I'm not. Like it's hard to look back and like relish because you're not that age. But it's just thinking about being that age there for too long. It kind of makes me sad. Even though I know I can't go back. I'm just like, oh fuck. Like it happened to me today. I was looking at some. I've seen these videos a couple times where like there's a shit ton of mostly dudes around like a horse, what do you call it, mechanical bull, and the girl's wearing like a bra, like she's clearly good at her job. And I didn't realize, I've seen these videos a dozen times, it's the strip down in Tallahassee where I went with Will when I moved him into Florida. I was like, fuck, I remember that bar. And it was the bull was not there because I would have remembered that obviously, but I do remember it being White Trash Wednesdays.
Yeah, I remember you telling me.
Dude, it was like 6 or 7 huge bars in like what looks like an apartment complex, but it was like obviously no apartments, just floors of people. And it was like every floor was a different bar. It was the craziest bar I've ever been to. And that's where Will went to college in Florida, and it was like sunny and nice all the time. Like Will probably had
a great time.
Way more fun than us.
Well, I don't know. You think Will is our friend. He's a great guy.
Yeah, love Will.
He studied sports management and puts all those skills to use. Oh, he no longer removing trash.
He's I don't know if we should be mentioning this.
It's fine, dude. The 34 people are going to make it this far.
Yeah, he has a nice job. I just saw Will. I went down to Florida this weekend to visit them. And Will is now a like mold evaluator. Like he essentially like determines what if they, and then his company does clean it up. So he goes to places and like evaluates.
He majored in sports management and keeps getting further and further away slowly. At first he was cutting grass and you're like, all right, like
to
football
be fair,
fields,
he graduated right when COVID happened and then sports died. So like he had to take a 2-year hiatus and make some money, and now he's in an industry. So
all right, well, this isn't
a
the
good
Will
job.
podcast.
It's a pretty good job. We love you, Will.
Yeah, we love you, Will.
I showed them the pod this weekend, and we listened to like 30 seconds of an episode, and then Will graciously was like, don't make Brian listen to this.
Yeah, you should have just showed him the jokes.
I didn't want, they like bullied it out of me. I don't know how it happened.
But like that, I mean, if you're showing anyone, you should just show them the
I didn't
Will's
want to
page.
show them anything. I was just like.
But if you do, I think the jokes are, because they're 10 seconds long.
I showed them the page. I think they said they'd subscribe.
Okay.
So, we got to let them listen.
Or we had a great weekend subscribers.
Maybe that's why we got all those viewers. Because
we got like 20 subscribers.
That's probably why, actually, because Will and them, all these new devices down
and
in Florida.
Some of our shorts blew up.
We should look at the analytics. We should go state to state and listen to the podcasts in different states.
And put them.
We'll
spend the evening making new Gmail accounts.
We'll do a fucking road trip to get our views up.
No, I think what's going to happen is one of us is going to accidentally say something terribly racist.
That's why I was like, Eddie doesn't edit these. And not that we're racist or anything, but it's like not racism.
Well, no, dude, I'm saying that this will be a good thing. What's going to happen is it's going to blow up as a big controversy, and then half the country is going to be like, that's awful. The other half is going to be like, you're being too hard on them. I'm going to go listen out of spite.
I don't see now.
And then we blow up.
You want to be a comedian. I want to continue my job.
Well, what if this becomes your job as a result?
I don't know if I am willing to back this podcast as a full-time job at the moment.
So that's the only reason you're not saying racist stuff.
It's because we have 42 subscribers.
All right, well, I've got a good one.
Let's
so
hear
the 2023 Ig Nobel Awards were done. You know what that is?
You made that word up.
No, I didn't. Ig Nobel? Do you know what that is?
No, obviously.
So like there's the Nobel Prize each year.
Oh.
The Ig Nobel is the dumbest science that's been done in the last year.
That's a real thing.
That's a real thing.
Who does it? Like BuzzFeed, Onion?
Improbable. This is the website's Improbable Research. Doesn't matter. The point is they collect some like the dumbest research that's been done last year, and they award a prize to what they deem the dumbest. The winner in the chemistry and geology prize from Poland, UK. Is the Poland part of the UK?
We messed up some geographical issues.
No, it's what it says. Whatever. Goes to Jan Salazowick for explaining why scientists like to lick rocks.
Why they like to lick
rocks. And this was a real article published in the Paleontology Association on their website.
Scientists like to lick rocks?
Scientists like to lick rocks.
Do they?
And dude, listen to how he opens this up. He's like, he finds a rock on the road and he goes, anyway.
John's a man?
John. I don't know. In Poland, who knows? But this is how the article goes. It's titled "Eating Fossils." Anyway, old habits die hard, so I picked the rock up, licked the surface, and put it and my hand lens to my eye. The memory of the shock, the thrill of minor discovery is still fresh. He's gonna fuck the rock. He immediately is like, he's gonna fuck the rock. Later on, he explains, he goes, wetting the surface allows fossil and mineral textures to stand out sharply rather than being lost in the blur of intersecting microreflections and microrefractions that come out on a dry surface. Licking the rock makes it spicy, is what that sentence says. A good paleontologist likes a spicy rock.
I hate this. No one licks rocks, dude.
Well, dude, you see it in like Indiana Jones. You know, he goes and he licks the rock and he's like, the Indians have been here or whatever. You know, he like deduces something crazy from it.
Yes. I mean, in that sense now, I was thinking more like in the lab, just like behind closed doors.
Oh yeah, they have their research assistants gather rocks, and they're like, nah.
And even more private, like, oh yeah, see you, Jim. Oh, it's just you and me, baby.
He takes like the meteorite out of the glass case. Like,
my God. You did not just fake fuck a rock.
I did fake fuck a rock. On camera. Well, it's below.
We're gonna get
they can't see it behind Baby Yoda and my laptop.
What's up front? Oh yeah, we got the Mando.
I've got a scene there. It's Baby Yoda and the Mandalorian.
I told you, one of those things shoots. It's sick. I haven't been to the Lego store in a while.
I've played with it. Legos are pretty sick. But yeah, and then he goes on and on about how actually it's important to lick the rocks, but we all know it's nonsense. It's basically a long essay justifying his sexual attraction to rocks.
Yeah, this guy wants to fuck rocks, and that's fine.
And maybe he wanted the Ig Nobel Prize.
He probably,
dude, we could do a research project.
He knew in 2023 that anything was possible, and he really just went for it.
Yeah, but that was my first one. I really like the Ig Nobel Prizes. Check them out. I think they're cool.
I'm gonna have to check those out going forward. I got two. I got really three more, but one of them is like, I just thought it was a little funny, but one of them is not that funny. I think it's just cool, and then one of them is just like pretty funny. So which one would you like of those three?
Go for funny first. Or go for cool. I want to do cool first.
Cool one?
Let's do funny later.
All right. So I might want to look this up because I might be watching it. But long story short, there are these cameras that they started off in the city of London, and now they've expanded to like the suburbs, which has caused the issue. And these cameras essentially, like every time you drive your car, and it's not like a super emissions friendly car, like probably a newish car, 2020 or plus, I don't know the timeline, you get a fine. Not even a fine, it's like an emissions ticket basically. You could be driving to the grocery store and back, and if this camera picks you up, it can be up to $16 a day. 16.
Oh my God.
It's crazy.
That's insane.
Insane. And like it started in just the London town, like the small, I don't know how London really works particularly, but
small.
I imagine the inner city was probably pretty avoidable with your car, but now it's expanding to where like people live. So when they leave their house to, like I say, go to the grocery stores, they can get a ticket. Like I call it a ticket, but it's like almost like an Easy Pass style thing where you don't even get ticketed, you just get sent a bill to your house for your month. So that's not cool. Obviously, the cool part of the story is that protesters, I guess you can call them, are just like, I don't know, they're activists, have been destroying the cameras in droves. Like, they are putting up 500 a day and getting 450 destroyed. Like, they can't keep up. It's awesome. And, like,
They're just, like, bashing them.
yeah,
like,
they're just destroying the shit out of them in masks, you know, like, no regard for, because they're pissed. I'd be pissed, too. And it's like, American pissed is different from, I feel like, Europe and London pissed. Like, they act, you know, like the riots in Paris, they go hard. They riot in Paris like
Dude,
every
America's
other week.
got some crazy riots.
Yeah, I don't know. There seem like a little more.
We like burnt down Portland and stormed the Capitol a couple years ago.
I agree that our riots can get pretty intense as well, but just I feel like
that's so organized. That's like a riot with a purpose. I like that.
Yeah, these guys are like really just. I want to call them activists because they are activated to destroy these cameras and nothing else. They're not just like, you know, a riot is almost like everything burns.
Yeah. I know. This is
just the cameras.
This is like the best form of political activism.
But you know they're pissed. They're probably like taking shits on the camera too. Because that would piss me off like beyond belief.
They're definitely getting creative.
This has been going on for a little while. I haven't looked up more, so let me look up the London emissions destroyed cameras.
You know, burping releases methane gas. It'd be funny if they put out cameras that give you, like, you charged you $1 every time you burped in public. You're like, oh, fuck, god damn it.
Have you seen those videos on YouTube, or I guess it's really TikTok, where I think it's in London, these guys are, like, always smoking cigarettes or even, like, throwing out trash on the street, like, littering. I think it's mostly smoking cigarettes in this, like, square. And these people are writing them tickets, and this dude who's filming runs up to them and essentially tells them that it's a private company trying to give them tickets and just to walk away. Like, there's nothing they can actually do, just keep walking away. And they're always hesitant because, like, the guys look like cops, kind of. They look like security. Mm-hmm. And the security never acknowledges the guy filming. They're just, like, trying to cut him off a bit and keep talking to the guy. They're like, no. They don't say no. They're just like, give us your name. Just give us your name right now. And the guy's like, don't fucking listen to him. I promise you, if you walk away, they will not follow you. And, like, they might follow a bit. He's like, just run. They will not run. And every time they walk away, and, like, there's no, like, it clearly is just a private company.
Because they're loitering or something, smoking the cigarette?
It's smoking the cigarette. Yeah, it's like air pollution. But it's the square, like, hires that private company to guard. So he even says, he's like, if you walk into that store, they can't follow you. It's like, that's private, whatever. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, every time the people are confused because they're just like, well, I'm getting a ticket, but, like, now I'm not. I don't know. Like, I would be probably confused too, but not really because I'm educated. I'd be like, oh, I know my guy's going out.
I've been on TikTok.
That's like my dream is to just
Dude,
like.
Someone's going to see that TikTok video and then, like, is going to be getting accosted by a real cop.
Yeah, he's
like,
being
like, oh, what are you going to do? Write me a ticket?
He's like, yeah, actually, I absolutely am.
But it's pretty funny, dude. When I was, I visited my brother who lives in Indonesia. When I was leaving at the airport, they have a smoker section, and the smoker section
love those
is a small glass box with no ventilation. It's like they want the smoker to get the smoke and the secondhand smoke.
You don't even need to smoke.
They get
just hang out in the
3 hands worth of smoke, like, because I think they're trying to kill them all faster, which is crazy because everyone there smokes. So it's just like maybe a population thing. But
there's got to be a vent or
dude,
something.
Like maybe a tiny little window like
I've
this
seen
at the top.
In like Germany.
Yeah, okay, but and then dude, the German one is probably has top of the line air filters. This is Indonesia. It was literally like, no, you go in this tiny little telephone booth.
I mean, they basically want it to be back to the olden days where you can smoke everywhere, but they're just like, fine, we'll put them in this box. it's a box.
They do want you to be able, dude. Over there, it's.
Could you imagine smoking on an airplane? That's fucking great.
Crazy.
And, like, our parents were able to, right?
Yeah.
Like,
totally.
when did that stop?
Like the 90s?
90s?
When last flight you could smoke on.
That must have been so kind of sick. But, like, crazy.
February 1990 was the last flight.
Damn. That must have been the littest flight ever. Everyone's sparking up. I wonder if they sold tickets to that like it was like a fucking ride.
Oh, you know what's crazy is that in
1988,
the airlines banned it for smoking on domestic flights less than 2 hours. They're like, you can go 2 hours without a cigarette. So they gave them 2 years, whereas only for long flights you can smoke a cigarette. And then in 1990 they outlawed it for that.
Because, like, these were just like rules that were happening, but the people that were in charge probably all smoked. So
I'm reading it wrong, dude. So 1988, 2 hours or less is banned. You can't smoke cigarettes on a flight that's less than 2 hours. February 1990, you can't smoke on domestic flights less than 6 hours.
Oh.
And to all domestic flights and international flights, not until 2000.
What?
We were alive. Probably most of them were gone by then, you know what I mean?
You had to get some, like, Indonesian
like
flight.
China Air or something was...
Damn.
You know, they let you roll down the
We
window.
were like, we could have smoked, dude. I could have sparked up before.
They had 5? Crazier things have happened.
Fuck, dude. That's so awful, though, because it's like, if you don't smoke, you're smoking. Like, and some dude, I mean, they had sections, if I recall.
Yeah, which is the dumbest shit on
I know,
a plane,
but
dude. You're in
there's airtight.
Sealed
But I mean, imagine
metal.
if you hated cigarettes, you're on a plane, and the dude next to you lights up.
No, that's what I mean. The sections thing is dumb.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
because there's someone who bought a ticket for the non-smoking section, and it's sitting directly behind someone smoking a cigarette, because that's where the line is. You know what I mean?
People wouldn't last back then. Like, someone would die on that flight. They'd be like, I'm having a smoke allergy,
Yeah.
and explode or something.
Who was it?
How did
Some
we
scientist.
not have allergies back in the day? Like, haven't allergies gone up? Like, more people...
Allergies have gone up. It's all like the hand sanitizers and that kind of thing. Basically, babies are exposed to less stuff as children, and so then they're
Even food
sensitive to it as
allergies
adults.
have gone up? Is that correct?
Yeah. There's been studies done where they fed some babies a small, it was like a wafer with some peanut dust on it, and they didn't feed it to the other babies, and the rate of allergies in the babies they fed it to was close to 0, and the other group had, the typical rate of peanut allergy.
Damn.
It's totally just babies being protected, and like everything's so clean now, which is great, because you don't get a disease. Bad because then you sneeze all the time, or maybe die from a peanut like John. So it's like, what do you want to do?
But like, should I have eaten more shellfish, or what's the deal? Like,
I don't know, dude.
I ate a good amount of
This is
shellfish.
beyond. I think allergies always existed, but like peanut allergies specifically are crazy, and like I think allergies as a whole have gotten way more popular. Or bigger, not popular. It's not like people are like, oh, I want to be allergic to.
People had like peanut allergies back in the day, but like obviously didn't know, and they were just like, "Damn, dude, John just fucking died." Like,
He's out of nowhere. Dude. That's a good point. Just die.
Like, holy shit.
John does not last a week. Well, also, dude, but also back then, you might go your whole life never seeing a peanut.
It's true.
I don't know, where the fuck are peanuts grown? Do we grow those in America?
I have no idea.
Where's George Washington Carver? Was he the peanut guy? No.
We can definitely find out.
Who's the peanut guy?
I feel like they're
our
from
42
India.
subscribers. Well, who's the peanut guy? It's George Washington
They're
Carver.
from Brazil, South America. I don't know what you're saying.
Who invented
The peanut?
peanut butter?
It's Reese's. John Reese's.
Wait.
John Wayne.
Marcellus Gilmore Edson. That's not... Whatever. I don't care. I don't want to do Googling live, but... yeah, basically, if you want your babies to be healthy, sneeze on them, roll them in the mud,
Yeah, get that thing stanky.
shove peanuts up their nose.
Just fuck them up.
Yeah.
I believe is it my turn or your turn?
It's my turn. This is exactly why I don't wash my hands when I go to the bathroom. It's because I want that strong immune system. I want to be able to eat peanut butter and jellies until I die.
That's the spirit.
So the next segment from the good news has to do with Hank the Tank. Hank the Tank is a bear behind 21 home
I
invasions.
saw this, actually.
And
I
he
know
was-
where you're getting your dumbass news from.
Oh, do you?
Strangenews.com.
No, this is from NPR.
Yeah, well, they linked in NPR.
All right. Well, NPR wrote the article. Then it's from NPR. You're getting it
I
from
think
some
Strangenews.com
third-
is a NPR.
Well, whatever. Hank the Tank, the bear
Yeah, it
behind
is.
21
Strange News
home
NPR.
invasions, has been captured near Lake Tahoe. That's funny enough. All right. Well, let me read a little excerpt from here.
Huh.
A large black bear who is believed to be a notorious bandit and a hungry, uninvited house guest was apprehended by wildlife biologists
He is
on Friday.
fucking large, dude.
Oh, he's a chunky
I'm
boy.
looking at him. We're looking at
He's
him.
ginormous. Look at
I
him.
think it's fat as shit.
Yeah.
No offense.
He's on the standard American diet. Authorities in the
He's
town
actually
of
healthy in America.
Authorities in the town of South Lake Tahoe, California, have been on the lookout for exceptionally large animals since February 2022, after they reported that a single male bear had been the cause of 152 reported.
How do they know he's single? He could have
a
a
good
lady
point, dude.
back
He could
at
have a
home.
lady.
Just because he's fat doesn't mean he can't be loved.
But he's been the cause of 152 reported reports of conflict behavior.
What does that mean?
Which is a hilarious way to describe a bear breaking into your house as a conflict behavior.
It says 28 break-ins, but 150 conflict behavior.
Yeah, dude, conflict behavior.
What does that mean?
I know, dude. That's like the craziest way to describe a bear attack.
He tweeted something.
You're like, oh yeah, me and this bear, we had a conflict, the two of us.
Well, he just kind of looked at me funny.
Yeah.
But it was pretty. I felt attacked.
I feel like any conflict with the bear is pretty one-sided. The bear is conflicting.
Bear attack, yeah, not
It's
bear,
a bear
conflict.
attack.
Well,
Yeah.
what were you wearing?
We're like, officer, a bear broke into my house. Oh, a little bit of conflict behavior. I see. It's almost like calling these bears naughty, but that's not what I liked about this article. What I really liked about this article was oh God, where is it?
It's up here.
But it turns out initial assessments based solely on visual information were conflating 3 bears with a similar pattern of behavior and incorrectly assuming all of the bears were male. So not only did we wrongfully assume these bears' gender, we are racist against bears and think all bears look the same. All bears.
So it was just 3 fat ass bears.
3 fat ass bears.
I mean, that makes so much more sense. How does a single bear, have 150 conflicts?
Yeah, and how are 152 people able to describe the exact same bear?
It was big and black and fat.
Yeah, they're not like, he wore his hair in a mohawk with a blue streak. It's not like he has some identifying
on
feature.
his right arm.
Oh, yeah. Just a black bear.
He had a southern
and I like how they say incorrectly assuming all of the bears were male. Female bears can commit break-ins too. It's 2023.
Yeah. Well,
that might not have flown in the 1960s, but in today's day and age, any gendered bear
can break into your home.
Can commit conflict
pretty sure
behavior.
in like every other animal situation, the females are the bigger, badder ones because they're protecting the cubs most of the time.
Yeah,
so it's like game time.
The
bears
are
just
the 70 cents that the humans, women. Wow, I'm talking about bears too much.
Jesus.
The 70 cents that women get paid on the dollar is reparations for all of the female praying mantises that have decapitated their lovers.
Yeah.
Because we're all one species.
We're speaking for
here
them,
on planet
obviously.
Earth. We're all, us and the praying mantises are the same. Praying mantises are sick, dude. I was watching some videos of them fucking up bugs.
They're like mini dinosaurs. If they were huge, I mean, that would be like Godzilla, basically.
Oh my God. And like they have a pincer claw, so like their hand touches their elbow basically, but like their arm and hand has spikes on it. So it just like grabs the hand and then just like eats it. Too. Oh my God, it's crazy.
It eats like a corn on the cob almost. It's like just down.
Yeah, I saw one fighting a spider. Like they both kind of thought they could win, so they both were going at it. What?
Did the praying mantis win?
The praying mantis won. Oh yeah, in the end.
Aren't they like endangered? Like I remember everyone saying, "Don't kill a praying mantis."
I don't know.
Which is so funny because if they were the big ones, they would be killing the shit out of. They'd be eating our fucking heads.
any animal that I've seen more than one time, I'm like, it's not endangered. And I've seen at least 2 praying mantises.
I've seen a bunch.
I think they're fine out there.
Our praying mantis.
Also, there's a couple kinds. There's like a green praying mantis, and like I saw like a
Nope, they're not endangered.
Yeah, kill all the praying mantises you like.
There are more than 2,000 different species of manti.
Oh God, that's too many.
That seems like there's a lot. Is it illegal to kill them? Is it illegal to kill any bug? That's fucking crazy.
That'd be wild.
You get pulled over.
Have you been killing the lanternflies?
Hell yeah! I was actually when I saw the jet.
Well, we should tell the viewers not from New York City. New York City has an invasive species called the lanternfly, lantern bug.
I think it's the lanternfly.
It's the lanternfly, but basically they're not from here, and now they are fucking everywhere. What is it?
Spotted lanternfly.
Spotted lanternfly. They're everywhere, and they're weirdly like not that scared of humans.
Dude, they'll like jump on your back.
Yeah, like they fly onto me, and I'm like, I'm just gonna murder you.
Yeah, no, they're pretty gross.
Yeah, so they're everywhere.
But they're honestly kind of pretty.
They are, but they're
because they're like red and they have this going on.
They have no natural predators here.
Similar to like the government calling on us to find that fighter jet, the New York streets have called upon us to call these lanternflies down to hell. Like we
take them down.
I was on the news. It was like, get out there and murder those lanternflies.
I love that. That's so funny, dude. we have to become the predator.
Honestly, it's pretty hard being an American. You got to look for jets. You got to kill fucking lanternflies. Like, I got a job, America. I can't be out here.
You think we can add that
killing bugs?
We could technically add those to our resume, like
bug killer,
stealth jet hunter.
No, like government contracted.
Government contracted
stealth jet hunter.
Resumes are hilarious. They're like
you could just beat
how in how fancy of a way can you lie? Is basically what it is.
Oh, all right. I got a good story.
Let's hear.
Aaron Rodgers, remember he tore his Achilles?
I do.
And he was on Pat McAfee, which is a radio host who's pretty funny. And they were asking him, like, he's saying he might be back for the season. Like, there's no way. It might, but I don't think so.
He tore his ACL, right?
He tore his Achilles.
So that's equally bad.
But what you don't know is that he will have the power of dolphin mating sounds to heal him back to the field.
What?
Yes, it's been reported that if you listen to dolphins fucking, basically, you can benefit from that sounds. Like, it's like a perfect pitch, and your body can heal. He's not the first person to think. This dude's on like ayahuasca, and he's like in a dark room for 2 weeks. But
the title of
this one, he got some shit for it. But I looked it up, and it wasn't like he's not the only person to believe in this.
Wait, go back. The title of this article is Aaron Rodgers touted healing powers of dolphins' mating sounds, and fans had jokes.
Yes, they had jokes.
That's hilarious, dude. You think dolphins, if they listen to like, just like, you think dolphins heal faster? Human mating sounds?
He just makes him come faster, basically, because he hears himself. It's like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, why would dolphin mating sounds work better than human mating sounds?
I don't know. Oh, my God. A 30-second ad to hear these dolphin mating sounds.
Yeah, play the dolphin mating sound.
Well, we got to wait 30 seconds.
Oh, that's so long. I bet it's just...
I mean, do you have anything that's aching at the moment? Let's do a live test.
I guess, yeah, I'm cramping a little bit.
All right.
I could go for some dolphin mating sounds.
I think
to feel
this
better.
is going to heal you right up. This
hear.
Isn't even YouTube. This is like some weird ad video. Video-X25. Okay, here we go. The dolphin. Is this like a porno? What?
Oh my God, dude.
Get it, bro. Oh, you hear this little thing at the end?
Oh, he just came. That was the
Is Aaron Rodgers listening to this?
I imagine him like with a real serious face, like lying on a bed, being like, heal. And they're like,
staring at his Achilles.
He's got the speaker right next to his Achilles, so his Achilles can listen better.
Like super sonar speakers going into his Achilles. Oh my Christ.
He sticks his Achilles into a bucket filled with Beats Studio speakers. He has to push his foot all the way in there. They're all playing dolphin mating sounds.
Ankle monitor.
Yeah. Can we stop listening to the dolphin mating sounds, please?
I want to get the full healing powers.
I do not need the healing powers of the...
He's about to... What if we hear something at the end that like really solidifies the heal?
I'm surprised they make any noise. Like, they're not having sex underwater. Dolphins have above water sex. Is that the thing?
I don't know, man. Do they fully breathe underwater?
No, they hold their breaths. But, like, you know what I mean? They just come up to, like, breathe for a sec. Like, to have a big breath.
Do dolphins have sex above water? Everything you've always wanted to know about dolphins. So this article should essentially not exist.
Everything. I've had a lot of questions.
Let's start with the most question. Why study this? Okay, we're not going to read that.
No, just hit Control F above.
Water. Underwater creatures.
This is not a live podcast thing.
I don't know, man.
Basically, we're not sure where dolphins have sex. we are sure they have sex.
They come to the surface of the water, take a deep breath, and then they leap out of the water and try to hook. Wait, what? It's very variable. Some species, we do have to read this now. Some species, like dusky dolphins, copulate belly to belly. Bottlenose dolphins seem to make a T formation where the male crosses the female exactly at her midline. I can't read that word. Porpoises are really unique in that they wait for the female to come to the surface of the water to take a breath, and then they leap out of the water and try to hook them with the penises. Ooh. So I think they're above water. That's what it's saying.
Did they hook them with the penis? Scroll back
down.
Said,
yeah.
Wait, how does it? Maybe I thought I had a good idea of what dolphin sex was like. You have to lasso a lady with your penis?
Only if you're a harbor porpoise.
Porpoise. Wait, that's hilarious.
They wait for the
hook her with their penises. When they say their penises,
it also kind of sounds like these dolphins are not asking for consent. It waits for it to breathe.
Yeah, they're like, it has to come up sometime.
Penis.
These are the Harvey Weinsteins of dolphins.
Don't dolphins rape? They're like the
Dusky.
only creature
Yeah, they rape humans sometimes.
Well, I mean, obviously we fucking rape.
Well, no, I'm saying dolphins rape.
They're
humans.
the only animals that rape us.
Oh yeah. Why is that obvious?
Well, I'm saying it's obvious that humans are out there raping because we.
Oh yeah. Well, that's what's crazy? Otters. Or no, not otters.
Other animals.
Sea turtles.
Are they raping? Well, like I'm saying, dolphins are the only creatures to rape, the only animals to rape humans. I think maybe a monkey.
I don't know. Give it a Google. Animals that have raped humans. I hope this isn't your work laptop.
That have raped humans.
I would guess.
Oh, jeez. 80 cases in India.
The top result is humans raping animals. 80 cases in India.
Can a dolphin commit rape?
It's all going to be dolphin.
Rottweiler. Jeez. Rottweiler.
A Rottweiler.
Orangutans. I feel like they can.
Oh, my God, dude.
That would be awful.
Okay. Wow, I'm way more scared of animals now.
Remember, there was that Shane Gillis joke with the Vikings, and he was like, oh, they're coming to rape our women and children. And they're like... You see the gay flags. He's like, "Oh fuck, this is way worse."
That's right. For a second, I was like, "What are you talking about?" Yeah, that's true. The only thing worse than Vikings are gay Vikings. They're coming for you.
Shane, if you're watching this, that was pretty funny. That whole special was great. Good job, buddy.
That was hilarious.
Proud of you. Not that you know who I am, but I'm proud of you. I think that was my last story. I had another one that I didn't think it was that cool.
Do it, because I'm out of stories too.
It was just El Chapo.
Yeah.
Did you know he had a son?
No.
And his son just got extradited and was like basically
to the U.S.
in his father's footsteps and was like fentanyl. He's criminal.
Not a lot of options for son of El Chapo.
I just thought his funny name was pretty perfect.
What is it?
What would you think for El Chapo's son?
El Chapo, El Paquito Chapo.
It's El Chapito. I thought
Which is like Tiny Chapo.
It's literally El Chapito.
Tiny Chapo.
The mini Chapo.
Oh, that's so funny.
It's awesome. Yeah. And of course he had to follow in his father's footsteps. It's like, your name is El Chapito.
Yeah, like you don't get raised by a drug lord to, become an accountant. Or maybe you do. Just like the bad
Mexico
kind.
extradites Chapo's son, the Mouse.
The Mouse.
Alias
Chapito. He doesn't have the toughest gangster names. Is he being extradited to the U.S.?
What does El Chapo mean? The gun?
El Chapo? I think it also means like the tiny one. Because he was really short.
I think you're right, actually.
El Chapo in English. Shorty. It means shorty.
So what's El Chapito?
It means shortier. Shortier. El Chapito is shortier. It's just little shorty. That little shorty. Imagine being a drug dealer and you're like, oh, come here, little shorty.
Come here, little shorty. Damn. Yeah, so I thought that was pretty funny.
You don't want to cross little shorty.
I don't want to cross any of the
She bad
Chapitos. Do you know who Plato Plumo is?
No.
He's basically a singer-songwriter, rapper from, I don't want to misspeak, I could just look it up. I believe he's from Mexico.
Oh, Mexico. I did see this. He got threatened by the cartel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I really like him, actually. I have a bunch of his songs saved to my Spotify. He's been kind of blown up because he's friends with the Grupo Frontero. who I think I've tried to remember Ann was telling us to go to that concert at MSG. They were coming.
Maybe.
Oh, no. I think she was. But they're great. And I really like him. And I don't want him to die. So I hope he stays safe.
Yeah, hopefully he doesn't do that concert.
I think he canceled a bunch of concerts.
The sign said, if you play this next song, it will be your last.
Oh, wow.
Which feels like a good reason to cancel a tour date.
Yeah,
If I had to pick one.
I mean,
the Mexican mafia is going to kill you. That's a good reason. Just do it the next weekend somewhere else.
He's like blowing up too. Like that would be like,
dude, this is an
killing
amazing.
Justin Bieber.
The Mexican cartel trying to take you out is great for publicity.
It's true. You know what? You're right. He's probably made more money in that news article than he would have at the concert.
That's going to blow him up, and he probably.
But
yeah.
I think I don't make that trade personally.
No, I would prefer not to be targeted by the Mexican. What was he saying? Was he asking for it? Was he being like
he just mentions
Little Shorty?
He mentions
could never
him in
kill
the
me.
song.
Oh, he mentions them.
I believe the song. Let's see. With roughly 316 million listens on Spotify, sung first-person style of a traditional Mexican corridor about the life of a Sinaloa cartel member. I take care of the plaza, Senor Guzman. So I guess he's just like talking about being a cartel member.
Wow. Yeah, that
it
seems
will be
like
your
a
last
bad
performance
idea.
because of your disrespectful, loose tongue, says the
Personally,
banners.
I think that American gangs need to step it up.
Oh, they just hung a little banner.
Like, dude, because
do we even have real gangs?
Well, dude, they that's what I'm saying. The gang members, some of them become rappers and then rap about exactly what they were doing, and all their homies hype them up. Mexico is like, we will fucking murder you if you say another goddamn word about what it's like to be in the cartel.
I mean, I guess that's true. They speak. And then they act.
And then
they don't fuck around. You know that those words mean action.
Yes, well, because they like run the whole country.
Yeah.
It's
Did
crazy.
you see they were like the Americans that got killed by cartel members accidentally? They thought they were like other cartel members. It was like some women going to get a surgery, and America was like gonna get involved because you killed Americans. Like, you can't really do that. And the cartel was like, "Oh, no worries," and just handed over. Like basically hogtied and wrote like their confessions on these guys' necks and handed them over to the Americans. It was like, nope, don't worry, we'll take care of these guys. And they either did that or they just killed them. Like one of the two. It was basically.
Oh, they killed the killers.
Yes, yes.
Oh, okay.
They were like.
I thought you were saying the bodies of the Americans.
Oh no. They were like very on board with punishing those guys, which is hilarious.
Well, I think they know they're towing a line with the American government.
Yeah, and like they just know not to fuck with Americans because. They just don't want us to get involved.
Yeah.
They don't do it for moral reasons, I imagine.
Oh, of course not. It's financial reasons. It's like, you're going to fuck with our...
But I just think it's, imagine you like fuck up at work. You think your boss has your back. They're like, oh, no, God, no. You're not your own.
Dead.
We didn't fuck up.
Yeah.
That's on you. That would be a bad job security right there. And that's my last story.
What is that, 53 minutes?
Yeah.
Nice, dude. That's perfect time for jokes.
Some time for some jokes. I wish I had another drink. I'm starving too.
We'll grab another drink in a second.
That was like a reverse burp.
You want to go first, or shall I?
Sound crazy. I'll go first.
All right, go for it.
All right. Let's give this one a try. With rising airline costs, Delta has issued a new policy that will require you to pay extra if you haven't pooped in the past 24 hours. They say it's for weight in the plane. But the Delta president did confirm that customers can provide a pre-flight proof of poop certificate to avoid the fee. So as long as you can just prove that you were poop-free at the moment, you don't have to pay that
I wonder what a poop proof looks like. It's maybe like the first wipe.
That's what I was thinking.
You got to bring the toilet paper with you, and you'll be like, see?
But they need to show
Fresh.
that it was stamped. Oh, I guess the freshness of the wipe. Oh,
that's
God.
true. The poop has to be recent. It can't be a poop from a week ago.
I think maybe if you implement the Be Real app into this, you could show that timestamp.
Oh, we'll live poop streaming.
Mm-hmm. Oh, poop 24 poop streaming. So yeah, I thought that was pretty interesting.
Like weight sensitive toilets. There's an opportunity here, Delta. You
guys can
save
make some real
money.
money. Hit me up, Delta, if you're curious about this.
All right, I've got one here. My girlfriend had a heart transplant yesterday.
Oh, God.
Yeah, for a brief moment, she was a heartless wench in both body and soul.
I'm sure your girlfriend's gonna love that.
She's gonna love that one.
Damn.
I've been rewatching House. Have you ever watched that show?
I'm familiar.
I love that show. It's so good.
He's popping pills the whole show.
Whole show, and he's such an ass. He was like going up to people, and he's like, "You're gonna die if you don't take this experimental drug I thought of." Like shit like that. It's like so funny. I love it.
They needed to hear that, otherwise,
he's so
we
good.
wouldn't have gotten their true blood pressure.
Yeah. And it's like the same thing every show. He has a wrong diagnosis 3 times, and then his 4th final right diagnosis comes in. It's very formulaic, but it works. It works, and I recommend it. Go ahead.
All right, this one's experimental. Just, cut me some slack with this one. But it came from a true story. So whenever my girlfriend will give me her Starbucks order, I walk up to the counter and I just feel like I am activating some sort of sleeper agent, double venti, half soy, non-fat, decaf, organic. This person just sprints into action. I have no clue what's happening, and then they produce some sort of concoction. It's pink, it's foaming. They don't even look like they know what they're doing. They just hear words and activate. It's
like the Winter Soldier when he's like house, train, cat, glass. Because
they
just a string of
like
random words.
People, but then you say these magic Latin words essentially, and they just they start pulling cranks on machine. It's insane. God bless them.
And then they wake up at the end of their shift like, what?
Holy shit!
What happened?
What was that?
Oh my God! Why do I like Russia so much now?
Like when they're talking in daily life, they're like, "Oh, do you want a large?" Like venti large. Like they can't. It's crazy that Starbucks doesn't just do medium, large, small. Like why do we need Latin involved?
There's definitely a Starbucks employee out there that's been working so long. You can just order like a caramel frappuccino when they're not at work, and they'll be like. They'll go through the motions.
Just opening cabinets, pouring random shit
in there.
Jesus Christ.
All right, let's see what we got here. A new report by the BBC revealed some of the gross cruelty. Oh my God.
Jesus.
A new report by the BBC revealed some of the gross cruelty involved in factory farming. I personally found the report disturbing because I always thought we built factories. Personally, I didn't realize we grew them in the ground.
Yeah, you didn't know
with that good old American grit and know-how. Farmers but apparently they're treating these factories terrible as they farm them.
It's
gross. They're using some factories just to like constantly pump out baby factories.
Oh.
And it says it's in a tiny cell.
It's a fucked up industry
where they. Feed it tiny robots and workers.
And they're giving them growth factory hormones.
Yeah, you mean GFHs? Yes. Isn't that what you're talking about?
GFHs.
Yeah, the GFHs are really fucking with the factories. Yeah, make sure if you are going to eat a factory that you get organic factory.
Yeah, my favorite
non-GMO
farm
factory.
To farm.
Yeah, farm to factory is the farm to factory is what you want to eat for this.
I think that was an okay joke.
That's why it's on the podcast and not in my stand-up set.
Where? Why don't you tell the people where they can find you or where they can come see you?
Sure, you can come see me in Chattanooga, Tennessee. I'll be performing on, I can tell you, October 18th at the Comedy Catch at 7 p.m.
You only have one show. You should probably
know the date. Friday, October 20th.
Wow.
What
are you going to do on the 19th?
What? I'm just going to be in Chattanooga doing nothing. No, actually, you can see me on the 19th, too. They're doing like a 1-minute comedy competition. Anyone can enter. I'm doing that.
You might as well, right?
Yeah, that's like perfect for me. All my jokes are like one sentence.
And like, imagine if you didn't enter that. Why? Like, you're in Chattanooga.
I'm in Chattanooga for comedy, and I'm not going to do the one thing on the day I'd have nothing to do.
Yeah, that seems fair.
That'd be crazy. If someone comes, I will give you $100.
No, we didn't.
If you come, yes, I will. If you came to my show in Chattanooga, Tennessee, I'm doing the Lookout Comedy Festival.
Do they have to pay to get in?
It's like a comedy show. You got to buy a ticket. It's not expensive.
How much is a ticket?
I don't know.
Because I'm about to find someone in Chattanooga
and tell them to go and be like, I heard it on the Moose Lounge.
Dude, if that happens, you better hand them $100.
I'll give them. I'm gonna bring $100 bill to the show.
If there's anyone in Chattanooga, I will split it with you. Coordinate. I guess you wouldn't need.
Why would they give it to you? Because they listen to this podcast. It's like you're just there and you're being like, give me half the money. You listen to an hour of our bullshit. And you're like,
I'm just saying I can help coordinate and we can possibly make this work. If you're doubtful, just hit me up separately.
I told them all the details. They don't need you to coordinate. They've got everything. Lookout Comedy Festival, Chattanooga, Tennessee. It goes from October 18th to the...
Hey, he's giving away $100. You guys should go. Someone should just go. I mean, there's no way this finds
the 22nd. And I'll be performing on the Wednesday and the Friday.
Do they have to watch you or do they just have to be there?
They got to watch me, for sure.
Oh, well, see, now this is...
They're getting $100. At most, these tickets are $20. Let's say they buy 2 drinks at $10 a piece.
Seems like a
They're
good
still
deal.
making $60.
I mean, you're definitely losing money in this deal, right?
Of course. That would be crazy.
That would be awesome, though.
That would be.
I think we just went over an hour.
Nice.
Which is pretty good because we have a minute or two to cut out, I would imagine.
Yeah. Well, whatever. We don't have like a quota to hit. These can be as long as we want.
Yeah, the beginning part.
I have a good clip I'm going to post of us from the last episode when we're debating how Trump and Biden will do converting a Word document to a PDF.
I should probably start watching our episodes.
It was a funny bit.
We're pretty funny, aren't we?
Yeah.
All right, well,
nice.
I think that's it.
Yeah, that's the Moose Lounge.
Like
Thanks for stopping by for smooth rhymes and
good times.
Good times here at the Moose Lounge. Hannah and Will, if you make it this far, our friends that said they would watch the podcast.
Thanks, everyone.
If you guys make it this far, text in our group chat the number 8.
We have a group chat.
We have a group chat. What? With Hannah and Will?
Oh! I didn't know you were talking.
This is for Hannah and Will, our friends, who said they would listen to an episode.
We need an audio mixer. I need to fucking hear you.
Okay. I told you, episode 10. We'll shell out for.
What about the episode that got deleted? I'm counting that.
No, it doesn't count.
What? That's bullshit.
It should be 10 on the.
No. That's bullshit.
All right, that's the Moose Lounge. Goodbye.
Goodbye.